Hosted by Matt Richards. $1 trillion tickers.
Watch the market unfold.
$1 trillion tickers.
Turning data to gold.
$1 trillion tickers. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers. Turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickers.
Watch the market unfold.
$1 trillion tickers.
Turning data to gold.
Peace, blessings.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Richards. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday. This is the Market Check-In Show. What a day it's been in the market. The Fear and Greed Index is now at 25, which puts us right into extreme fear. The Dow Jones hit a new intraday all-time high. Micron hit new all-time highs after blowout earnings. But underneath that strength, major technology names like the $1 Trillion tickers took a lot of damage. Apple got clapped crazy. Microsoft broke a new low of the year. Crazy. Amazon clapped. The NASDAQ 100 finished red on the day, even though QQQ still finished green on the day. So today was not a clean bullish day. It was a split market. Memory stocks were on fire. Sandisk went crazy. The Dow and the small cap showed strength, but mega cap tech was under pressure. I tracked the headlines, the data, and the market levels, so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Before we get into the market, let's get into the mantra with our mindset. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's get into the data. The Fear and Greed Index, we are at extreme fear. We are at 25 today, and that gives today's action more context. Because even though we saw strength in certain areas, the broader tone is still defensive. IWM hit a new all-time high today. So did the Dow Jones. But all the $1 Trillion tickers except MU sold off today. And some of them sold off crazy. Apple was down 6.1% today. Can you believe that? Just terrible. All right. MU had such a great day that it helped lift names like Sandisk, Western Digital, Seagate, the ETF Drum, SOXX. Shout out to everybody that bought Drum yesterday. Let's check out the sectors. The top three sectors for today: industrials up 2.1%, healthcare up 1.4%, materials up 1.3%. The top three laggards: consumer discretionary down 1.4%, communications down 0.9%, consumer staples down 0.5%. Money rotated today. Some areas caught a bid, but leadership was selective. Let's check out the. We'll check out the rest when we get on the charts. For now, let's check out Robert Greene's daily law. Title: Create an Air of Mystery. Daily Law: People love mysteries and enigmas, so give them what they want. Today's law is about mystery, timing, and control. Robert Greene reminds us that when people do not fully understand something, they naturally become more interested in it. Mystery creates attention, but in the market, mystery can also create danger, because when traders do not understand what is happening, they often fill in the blanks emotionally. For long-term investors, today is a reminder that the market does not reveal the full story at once. One day, Micron can explode higher on AI memory demand. That same day, Apple can sell off 6%. Microsoft can break support. The Dow can hit a new intraday all-time high, and the fear and greed index can fall into extreme fear. That is why long-term investors need a process. Not every move tells the whole truth. Sometimes the market gives you pieces of the puzzle, not the final picture. For day traders, mystery means patience. Do not assume the first move is a real move. Do not assume strength in one group means strength everywhere. Today, memory stocks were strong, but mega cap tech was weak. That kind of split market can trap traders who are not paying attention. Let price action confirm. Let levels work. And do not force a trade just because one part of the market looks exciting. Stay patient, stay disciplined. Execution over emotion. Process over prediction. Now let's get into these charts, y'all. Look at Sandisk, y'all. $2,348 all-time high. Just incredible. And the reason why Sandisk ran, because MU had them blowout earnings yesterday after market close. And what happened with MU? MU hit an all-time high in the first candlestick of the day. Let me go on a 15-minute chart. It hit an all-time high today of $1,255. Just incredible, y'all. Nvidia hit a high of day of $280. Excuse me. Whoa. $200.80. Hit a low of day of $192 and a closing price of $195.74. Google hit a high of day on the last candle of the day at $345.57. Hit a low of day on the first candle of the day at $335.84. And ended up closing at $343.71. Down 0.4%. Nvidia was down 1.6% on the day. Apple hit a high of day on the first candle of the day at $288. Hit a low of day in the middle of the day at $930 of $273. Ended up closing at $275.15. Down 6.1% on the day. Next, we have Microsoft. They hit a high of day on the first candle of the day at $364. Hit a low of day at $1045 of $349. And ended up closing at $352.83, down 3.4% on the day. Next, we have Amazon. They hit a high of day on the first candle of the day at $232. Hit a low of day on the last candle of the day at $225. Ended up closing at $227.01, down 3.1% on the day. SpaceX hit a high of day on the first candle of the day of $160. Hit a low of day on the last candle of the day of $150. Ended up closing at $153, down 1% on the day. Next, we have TSM. Hit a high of day on the first candle of the day at $452. Hit a low of day on the last candle of the day at $432. Ended up closing at $434.99, down 1.3% on the day. Next, we have ABGO. They hit a high day on the first candle of the day at $388. Hit a low of day on the second candle of the day at $372. Ended up closing at $378.91, down 0.8% on the day. Next, we got Tesla. Hit a high of day on the first candle at $379. Hit a low of day on the second candle at $371. Ended up closing at $375.12, down 0.1% on the day. MU, ticker of the day, hit that all-time high in the first candle of the day at $1,255. Hit that lower day on the second candle of the day of $1,136. Ended up closing at $1,213.56, up $165, which was 15.7%. Meta hit a high of day at 745 of 556. Hit a low of day on the first candle of the day of 540. Ended up closing at 542. Berkshire B hit a high of day on the first candle of the day of 496. Hit a low of day on the last candle at 486. Ended up closing at 487.51. Microsoft did break a low of the year. Previous low of the year was 356.75, and today it hit 349. So it's been just a terrible year for Microsoft. I did buy some more shares. My last shares that I'll be buying of Microsoft for the year. But I do have all the shares that I wanted for this year. What else? SPX hit a high today of 7,427. Hit a low of day of 7,322. The market is back open, so they end up closing at 7,365. Okay, the NAS 100 hit a high of day of 29,955 and a lower day on the second candle of 28,991 and ended up closing 29,451. The Dow Jones had a high of day today at 7:30 candle of 52,676. Hit a lower day of 51,803 and ended up closing the day at $52,032. So I did make a couple trades today. What did I trade first? First, I traded IWM. Let me go on a 1 minute chart here. So, first got in IWM at 7:10. Okay. So, I got in 1 second too late. I was supposed to get in right here at the close of this candle, the 299.96, but I got in 1 second late, and this candle popped so quick, so I ended up getting in here at $300.28, just 1 second later. So this thing popped. It popped more than 30 cents in 1 second. So it was a bad entry. So I ended up exiting that less than about 1 minute later. 59 seconds later, I ended up exiting because I was pissed off that I did not catch that 30-cent pop in 1 second. So basically, it was a bad entry because I was 1 second late. So I ended up taking a $10 loss on that. And then I ended up getting in later, about 20 minutes later. I traded IWM again. This was a better entry. I ended up getting in at 7:30. Ended up getting out right here at 7:31. And ended up making $24. So in a 1 minute trade, I made $24. Yeah. And then I made one more trade after that. I traded SPY. I got in SPY right here at 742. Got into some calls. They did pull back heavy for 2 minutes. And then on the third minute, it started running back up. And then I end up exiting right here. End up making $52. It took about a little bit under 7 minutes. And I made $52. Traded 2 contracts. So 2 for 3 on the day. I would have been 3 for 3 if I didn't wait that 1 extra second. I definitely would have been up on that first trade that I lost $10 on. So yeah, this week has been a good week so far. 6 wins, 1 loss on my day trading. So we'll see. Tomorrow we could close out the week green. See how many trades we get in tomorrow. But it's been a good week on trading, y'all. All right. Let's see. I actually don't have any news prepared. So let's see if we can find some news right quick on Twitter. If not, we will cut this show short. Let's see what we got, folks. Just give me about 30 seconds. NVIDIA has said that AI's water challenge is largely solved. NVIDIA's coolant, a recirculated liquid mixture that includes water and I don't even know that word, y'all. Some other chemical, water and some other chemical similar to automotive antifreeze can run at 113 degrees Fahrenheit. So did NVIDIA solve this perceived water problem that we're supposed to be having because of all the data centers? Maybe. All right. Next, we have the Supreme Court blocked thousands of lawsuits over the weed killer Roundup, ruling the manufacturer can't be sued for failing to warn people that the popular product might cause cancer. The Environmental Protection Agency, which regulates pesticides, has not determined that Roundup poses a cancer risk and does not require a label saying it does. In a 7-2 decision, the justices said that means Roundup users who have developed cancer cannot sue by claiming the weed killer violates state law about dangerous products. Y'all know damn well that shit causes cancer. That's cold-blooded, man. Roundup must have slid them judges a bag for them to come out with that. Or they're just so damn greedy. Well, they're greedy because they took the bag and they don't care about the American people. But what else is new? This is our government. Nothing but greedy, evil people. Next, as Social Security faces trust fund depletion, some Washington lawmakers are calling for taxing high earners. Yeah, I don't think that's going to pass, though. Not knowing how greedy they are. Microsoft, who broke lows of the year today, said they're going to raise Xbox prices by August 1st. So that didn't help anything today because they sold off crazy. Let's see what else we got. OpenAI advisors are pushing Sam Altman to delay its IPO until next year. Maybe that's why Microsoft sold off. That makes sense. Because Microsoft is the biggest investor in OpenAI. Maybe that's why Microsoft's... Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's see. Michael Burry says he no longer is shorting Palantir. He has covered his position. Palantir sold off too, y'all. Palantir been getting clapped. Palantir at 107, y'all, down 5%. 5.4% on the day. Palantir been getting clapped. Y'all, I was going to buy some, but shoot, I've been buying this Microsoft, so yeah, I'll pass on Palantir, but that thing been getting clapped crazy. I think when Microsoft goes up, Palantir is going to go up anyway, just on a software basis. So it's either pick one. I'll pick Microsoft over Palantir. It's based on history. Let's see. Do we got any other news? Shout out to everybody invested in Micron and Drum and Sandisk. Shout out to everybody that shorted Apple today. Man. Next, Polestar has been banned from selling new cars in the United States starting after the 2027 model year. Geely owns a majority stake in the brand, and that Chinese ownership is the reason it's being banned. Oh, I'm sure that sold off today. With that news coming out, they ain't gonna be able to make no revenue in the United States after 2027. Let's see. We got any other news? Democrats probe Trump's troubled $16 million reflecting pool renovation. Damn, it cost $16 million to renovate a pool. Yeah, they got some. They got unlimited pockets, man. Dell is changing its legal home for its company to Texas. Is that another company that's moving out of California going to Texas because of the taxes? Let me find out. Let's see. Oh no, they were in Delaware, and now they're going to Texas. So let's see. Oh, let me give you some more numbers on this Xbox for my Xbox players, y'all. If you plan on buying a new one, you better buy it before August 1st because the Xbox Series S 512 gigabytes is going up $100. It's going to be $500 now. It was $400. The 1 terabyte series is going up $150. The Xbox Series X entry level is going to start around $750. And the Xbox 2 terabyte model is going to be discontinued entirely. So you better buy it before August 1st because they're taking it off the market. Console storage and memory prices have increased by more than 2.5 times, and we expect another doubling in the fall of next year. So that's why they're upping the prices, y'all. These memory chips are just too expensive. Waymo, who's owned by Google, is planning to offer its driverless robo-taxis in Germany, y'all. That's dope. Let's see. What else? I think that's it, y'all. Yeah, that's good enough for today. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast, the market check-in show. I am your host, Matt Riches. And you know how we like to end the show with some of that Instagram motivation from Dr. George Fraser.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
And you know the marathon continues.
It don't happen overnight, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really frustrating, and there's gonna be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work, appreciating it, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad, just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do here on the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. In the morning, we have the pre-market briefing show. In the afternoon or the evening, we have the market check-in, depending on my work schedule. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.
Peace, blessings, financial freedom.